Madden 17. We are playing Madden. We're playing against the Saints, going against the Chiefs. And we shall be in Arrowhead Stadium.
Oh yeah, kitty ears.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA.
And we have Nightingale over there.
The main talking point coming into this game is the Saints and what has so far been a perfect season for them. We'll see if they can add one more game into their undefeated run with a win here. It's the Saints going up against the Chiefs. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. When taken just inside the 10, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who went 34-4 in his 4 years at Michigan State as a Spartan, the rookie quarterback, Connor Cook.
And one of the things I really enjoyed about him in college was his athleticism. Many people called it sneaky, but it wasn't that at all. He could run, move around, but he was best suited for beating you out of the pocket with his arm.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, get your weight up, bitch.
And here's a look at the starting offense.
And let's say about this. Nothing to say about them. Anything. Pretty much suck.
2nd down following the run.
Wait till they talk about my offense. Hey, wait till they show my offense. And be like,
Cook. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Julius Peppers, some would call him the grand old man. He'd hate that. He just want to be a seasoned veteran who continues to make plays at a Pro Bowl level.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
They only went 2 motherfucking yards, people.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, person number 2, how you doing? Call it through. They look for that motherfucking safety.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
They'll
come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. From that spot on the field, the tendency is to play it safe, run the football, make sure you don't have any errors. But sometimes you want to break tendency, and you take a big shot downfield, hoping to catch the defenders a little bit unaware. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it completed on that play.
From his goal line here, Newton. And go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. It's caught. Nelson. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on a fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Newton being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Nice man.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And this one is incomplete.
Defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete outright to Curse.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Damn.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Floyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that
Damn,
quick game
Michael
part of the
Floyd.
playbook?
It's pretty
Damn,
in-depth because people
damn.
load the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Out. Eliminate that motherfucker.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator Brandon before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Couple failed attempts here for the ground game, assuming you pass here on 3rd.
Doesn't look like you're getting anywhere running the ball at all, so I would agree with you on that one. You got to think about going to the air to try and pick up the yardage you need.
Anything in particular you look for on 3rd and long?
I don't think you go play action here. Just go back in the pocket, get out your hands pretty quickly, and let your receivers do the work. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a New Orleans 1st down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Better watch out.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Floyd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone and it works. First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. So, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver. But now on that one, when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
No, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Holding offense.
Offense. They gotta
so
go back to the
there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Oh, there you go.
Spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's
gotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Now Newton on 1st down.
Let's fire my balls down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He's firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, big.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Newton on first down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Come on, now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Newton to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Now it's Newton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I was going to get some yards.
3rd down and 12.
I wasn't going to get motherfucking yards while y'all motherfuckers trying to take me. Fuck you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll rifle this one. This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and follow one now for a really good strike.
From the gun, here's Newton. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. It's down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Newton now on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashad. Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
Hold on.
Do this. Put a little table here for the cake. Surfaces. And a table. Just for now. Oh, we can't do that. Okay, another table. Hopefully that works. If she's done making her cake.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Run with England here to begin the drive.
That'll run that
Get this
goddamn
up over
ball.
the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
I want you to throw it towards Sanu.
Ingram again. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, bitch.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
I mean, it's because he's a ginger. Shit. I don't fucking know.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches.
It's caught. Tavon Austin. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
CC violation.
No doubt.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Got music going. Loud.
And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
We know those other things
like
they saying, though.
Because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Or maybe a little of both. Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Brandon, last week we saw this guy play really, really well. A top-notch performance. I'm sure he's ready to do it again today, and we get to witness it.
Oh, y'all about to witness something. Y'all about to witness Logic having its ass fucked again.
One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now a first down throw for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. Fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To throw on second down is Newton. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field.
Jennings lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble.
Say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Throwing, Cook. Hall bringing it in. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run with a rookie. It's Kenneth Dixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. 1 quarter down. Plenty of scoring here already. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Y'all look like white on motherfucking right.
Cook. Surveying the field. Underneath for Jennings. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
He'll look to throw. And he's got Sanu. And for a Kansas City touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, it's Newton. Complete out right to Kurz. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Saints are going to get a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jason Witten with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make
play here for a touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Connor Cook now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Dontari Poe in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Throwing, Cook. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to Matt.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jermaine Kearse with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
14.
And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT.
Superman throw.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
That motherfucker shit took him into the motherfucking
The
end
long
zone.
touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Down by 25.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Connects with Sanu right side.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
And here is motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
His cadence.
Right, exercise. Bad buddy. They're back to ground, damn it.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
It'll take 30 minutes to get a man.
And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
I am right now just playing a family I created. It's really just playing around, but
Now underneath for Jennings. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. Green, 39. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And right with it here over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Every day.
And on 2nd and 10 now. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. 2nd and 10. Newton again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yes. Hell nah, they up there celebrating? Nah, these bitches up there celebrating that shit. Nah, hell nah.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Jennings. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far.
I know I have,
And now a high kick trying to pin him back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
I can't the fuck that. I didn't even see that fucking illegal block in the back. Fucking dude shit. Alright. was big left.
No, actually, pink is my favorite color.
On first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And that is incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Maybe it's about to.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are. If it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
And an alley to run. And here he'll be brought down a little to 36. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his left. Throwing, it's incomplete.
There's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Hey, I'm plan on into this school. Because you have a speed coverage.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then boom, there's another 20-plus-yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it out.
Yeah, it's former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. On second down, it's McCoy. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Newton steps away to his left. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
Down by 28.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Throwing, Cook. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, the hurdle!
Damn, these bitches got
now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Sons of bitches. These some bitches. These some bitches. They took that motherfucking tape off.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, Newton. Flushed out right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to throw, Newton. And this is incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 points.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And there goes again. It's another fake. It's caught. Nelson. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Ain't done yet. Ain't done yet.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. It occurs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down throw for Newton. Complete to right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Oh, now right.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Off play action. Newton. This will be caught at the 2. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like this to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork. And make a great catch.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
This is McCoy. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. LeSean McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are pouring it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And the lead will grow by 1 more. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a LeSean McCoy touchdown run.
I'm thinking of the
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Slang word for ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back.
Now, everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down and 4. Now Cook. He's got time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an offset eye. Jennings. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to put it away.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chiefs are moving the football well through the air but still trail big. The Saints are clearly in control here, and it would be surprising if they coughed up this lead. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Saints have it at the 9. Floyd's going to haul in the pass, and he finds his mark for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Saints lined up at the 48. Floyd's deep downfield where he'll make the catch. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 14. Offense on the field now after the pick. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Gibson is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Now after the fumble, he'll scramble away and complete the pass. And that goes as a 26-yard touchdown. The lead grows to 21. 3rd down from the 23. Sanu's wide open on the deep pass. And he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Chiefs down by 14. 3rd and long. The pass ends up being picked off. Gibson's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Cook's going to find his mark, and he's going to go 40 yards for the score. Trailing now by just a touchdown. Saints line up at the 8. Newton's going to complete the pass, and after the short pass, he'll score. The Saints up by 2 touchdowns. Chiefs have it early in the 2nd. The football is going to be up for grabs here. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Curse's got the reception, and it's caught for the touchdown, which takes the lead to 21. Saints line up at the 3. McCoy's got it on the run, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Saints with a commanding lead. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get back out to Arrowhead as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession for the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down, Saints. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings it down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And look at this, another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, through to my man. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Doxson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah,
and this is no good. Boy, they didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same.
That's right down the goddamn middle.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree. as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change?
Got his man, complete.
20,
10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jermaine Kearse, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Maybe should you jump into a toddler here? Actually, you're very
Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
All right, I made first one silly. So what should I make?
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue?
And he's got
another one. Get a
Saints. And with that touchdown pass, he has broken the record for the most in a single game. What an incredible day for this guy.
How did we get this lucky to be here to see this performance? Touchdown pass after touchdown pass after touchdown pass. An amazing, incredible day.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Those 2 one-hitter quitters.
She has brown hair. My natural hair color is actually blonde.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Why not? You girl.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside
14.
which means they're going to lose the field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And can you miss?
Hey, touchdown.
End zone by the defense. So after all that, it's not a touchdown. It's a turnover. And the ball's going to come out to the 20. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Vinatieri now for the point after.
14.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
72-14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5. We got chips over here. All right, here we go.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
Flag 51.
False start, offense.
Throwing, Cook. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This is Jennings. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
What news, Elliot?
1st and 15 here behind the chains.
I like the brothers.
Oh.
4 down, 4 down.
Yard.
They'll try the counter with Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
4 down. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Big boys down there in the trenches in a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Yeah, she told me.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Hold it, offense, come on.
Holding, offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Detroit.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
Sure, got 30 people. How you doing? Follow through this.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start,
37. They are not one to get. They are not one to.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
I wanted to play.
false start, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
What's it, 47, 30, 47. That does, huh? That's what's up.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise there in the dime. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
Come on.
Offense.
I do not want to play this goddamn game out there.
So a costly penalty, and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Let's go. 319. 319.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
3rd and 55.
Offense.
Oh, sweet. That's what's up.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Oh, shit.
951.
False start. Offense.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
54, 53.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd
These motherfuckers
down.
are in their own end zone.
They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Jennings fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. I love it. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. He's going to take another, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to go up top again. He's got him. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, we'll credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
They do not want me to get in that end zone.
Newton throwing again. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by. And now 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the deep.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the ball in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? The chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. To get back doing what they did before, always fun. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton.
And
he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Doctson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints just continue to roll.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one? You're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
That's how much say a down 5.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And down he'll go at the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Take that shit back, 30-23.
Now Cook. He's got time in the pocket. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
You want to bring over the sports so you can take credit. And not this time.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move.
I just reading.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Grabbing her lunch from her backpack. She was shaped like a heart.
Here we go. Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Come on, Chiefs. Y'all don't like what's going the fuck on. Y'all need to fuck it up. Like, actually, what's going on?
They'll look to throw here. Paul bringing it in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Let's discuss now this performance as it relates to the last one. You know, a week ago, and we saw it, some pinpoint accuracy. He's displaying that again.
That was a fun film session for us, wasn't it? Able to kick back and watch him work.
Oh, my God.
What we saw was a confident leader, a guy in control, making excellent throws at times. And he's brought that with him in this ball game as well. And I'm starting to think that he's starting to feel like, yeah, I've got this thing down pat. And I think the team will come along with him.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing, Cook. He's got the completion to Strong. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his team
he lost the football.
Would have had a damn interception if the fucking Beach player,
so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
I'll be back later.
Here, you want the ice cream?
Alright.
Well, no, I'm going to grab you with this.
I'm end it right here.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
Have a wild Steve. Yes,
these are green shells. So there was a recipe to my dad found.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
So there's more out in the car. I just want to freeze it because it's hot as balls.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City.
All right.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
I'm out.
DJ's a board.
I just showed them my ball.
DJ showed me the ball. DJ wants the movie theater with the trench coat on. We're like, oh, is he going to bring
Out
out
onto
some
the
kind of
field
machine
comes
gun
New
start shooting everybody up?
Orleans.
He's like,
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
This will be caught at the 30. It's a big play
like,
there for the
I can't
Saints.
see him.
52 yards.
And,
Nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They go play action here on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Floyd, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Saints are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All right, guys. This is what I'm going to do.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points big time.
I promise y'all a full game next time.
And then down in the bottom where it looks like a cloud with an arrow in it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually.
Juggernaut.